Hi everyone, Captain Kent here, back with some Going Medieval, and in today's finale episode of Season 2, we're going to go over a final base tour, and we're going to talk about some raid defenses and trebuchet killers, and how I've accomplished 25 settlers that are all, well, kind of neutral right now. Some of them are happy. I try to take care of my melt brains here, so they should be pretty happy. Taking a look here, we can see that we've got 25 beds. Everybody has their own single bedroom. No bunk beds here, man. Everybody enjoys their privacy in our village here. But let's talk about this right here. In my last episode, I said I was going to take a week off, and I did, and I played the game for an entire week and built this. Yeah, this little overboard and crazy. The different colors and stuff like this, I was doing this stuff for like experimental, just color designs and patterns and stuff like that. So kind of looks stupid and doinky, but it is what it is. And yeah, let's just keep going after this autosave. Thank you, autosave. I really like these little individual, I don't know what I should call them, sky bridge tower things. I don't know, but yeah, I got a couple of them here and there. Yeah, this thing works pretty dang good. Really good, and yes, it does just keep going and going. A little bit more experimentation with the color patterns and things like that right there. Yep. A little more of those little sky bridge killers. Yeah, this was so fun to build. So fun. This game is so addictive. So many times I'd log on, just say, yeah, I'm gonna bust out 20 minutes or something like that, and just burn some time and have some fun. Maybe do one little tiny project, and before you know it, 2 hours passes. Anybody that plays this game is probably getting the chuckle of saying, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you were gonna log on for 20 minutes and play the game for just a little while. Not possible. These stairs were a little bit of a challenge to build, but I think I did okay. I'm not super happy with the way that they look, but I'm not really sure how to make them look any better. And yeah, I will tell you this though: at this late into the game, with 25 settlers and all these different little assets that are on the map now, all these little building pieces, the lag is real. I mean, it is hardcore. Our developers need to do an optimization badly. We really need it bad. This game is, yeah, in-game stuff performing very badly. That's early access. This right here was the very first attempt at building a bridge. Little janky looking, but it was a learning curve. And over here I've got a mine set up here, a little guard post, or yeah, make sure that we've got the correct miners entering there. And this particular pillar right here goes all the way down to the bedrock. It's on granite down there, and goes up 7 stories to that right there. This one was definitely fun to build. They're all fun to build. What a great game. And then this one, got to get up over this mountain peak. Yeah, look at that, cool. I had to build this little wall section here. They the raiders, if they spawn up here, actually I used to have a stairwell right here to help finish building all of this stuff, and the raiders would run up these stairs and then just hop over these little merlins. Oh, come on, autosave. Yep, I used to have merlins right there in place of this, just for the aesthetics, and I didn't realize that you can just jump right over these merlins. So yeah, I had one raid where they actually got up here on my little catwalk. So yeah, that is the raid defense and trebuchet killers. Uh, if you're thinking about doing something like this, you don't need to put all these little bridges in between them and stuff like that. That was for you guys, and a little bit for me, just the fun building it and everything. Uh, but yeah, what I do is when raids would come in, I would mark the map where the raid spawned, and I would put a little tower in there. Um, yeah, and then the way they get to these towers is these all these tunnels down here. Super duper wonderfully fun to build tunnels that all go underneath the map, and then that way I can just send my people to my little raid towers and destroy those trebuchets. And then this is where they enter the tunnel system right here on the ground floor. So let's take a look at the base. There's our little base. 25 happy settlers. Oh, and since the last recording, I think Mary was the last one we got, and while building all those bridges and whatnot, we got 3 more. 3 more right there. Happy people. Yeah, that's it. And then here they're still using the heck out of this Great Hall. They love hanging out here. When they're idle, they just kind of wander around back here and play backgammon occasionally. And this backgammon table gets a lot of use. I've had to replace the pieces like 3 or 4 times. They just wear them out. Crazy, wacky. I haven't had any more deaths. All of these are still empty, and I think I figured out what happened to Acton Willoughby in the last episode. At the beginning of that episode, we talked about one of my villagers was killed while I was playing offline, and I couldn't figure out what happened and everything. I kind of assumed that it was a raid that happened, but here in the upper right of your UI, you got historical records, and this will tell you, like every villager, like this here where it's got a little peak and then a dip. This would have been like a settler that I denied. Like, no, we can't take a settler on right now. So it goes up and jumps right back down. Or perhaps that I took a settler in, and then after looking at him, I was like, no, we don't want them, and I sent them back. If you've watched my series, whenever we did that, those settlers tend to steal food from you. So if you accept a settler and then send him back out on his way, he's going to steal a bunch of food for you. But right here, okay, day 693-ish, that's the population count. That's not what I want. Autosave and a bunch of text at the top there is blocking my view. History. Okay, down here. Somewhere in here. Oh, goodness. Settler died. Right here. 1366 summer. It was a summer, the 10th day on the summer, 1366. Settler died. And this is the stat that I was looking for. Summer, the 9th day on the summer, 1366, we got a raid, and then a settler died. So that's yeah. Acton was killed. Oh yeah, Acton died, age 25, right there. How about that? So that's what happened. Acton was murdered during a raid. So yeah, if you ever, this is kind of interesting. I hadn't clicked on this before until after just trying to troubleshoot what happened to Acton, and very pretty cool stuff in here. Yeah, have a look-see sometime. You might find something in there that's like, wow, that's really cool. All right, let's head back down into the cellar. And a lot of animals. I got an animal raid, and I had to take them all out just because the way where they spawned and everything, they were starting to attack my settlers. So got a lot of meat to go through and stuff like that. So here's my kitchen, and wow, I really wish that I could go into first person and do a tour in first person. That would be fabulous. But yeah, the kitchen has been working just wonderfully. The storage area here is just fantastic. Just works like a charm. So much extra space, and yeah, just I totally dig it. Totally dig it. And then I got a little crypt here in case we get some more Acton Willoughby accidents and get a settler dying. And our little book storage area, and we already talked about the greatest hall, the greatest great hall ever constructed on YouTube is right here. This is it. You saw it here. So yeah, how about that? Oh, what do we got down there? Somebody just dropping their armor. Okay, I don't know what I know why there was an iron thing. I was doing some testing. Okay, we'll deconstruct that thing. My melt brains are a little messy. They don't always put their clothes away, and it's very likely that there's just nowhere for them to put those clothes. But here is my main floor. We got a little play area. Let's go into photographic mode. See if this provides any cool views or anything like that of the gaming area. It's alright. That's alright. Pretty neat. Okay, let's get out of photo mode. Unpause it. Get back in there. Alright, there's the main floor. We've got temples and bedrooms, and that's about it. And then up on the second floor, it's all workstations. We got our super large library here, and our brewing station with actually, that reminds me, I do need to open up my windows. It is that time of year, is it not? Let's see if I can get the entire building in one shot. Come on, autosave. Yeah, autosaves are taking longer too now that I have a larger base and so many different random assets everywhere on the map. Also, we want to go ahead and turn the braziers off. Boom, and make sure we got these over here and off. Alright, let's head back down into the workshop area and our little brewing station right here. Yeah, this has worked out really well. Really well. And just another little communal area in the hallways and little random pieces of storage. And oh, well, look at that. They got that iron plate over there. I made some iron plate and gold plate armor just to compare stats and stuff like that, and decided to scrap that idea. I was going to do a video on it and decided to scrap that idea. So yeah, there's a couple iron pieces and gold pieces floating around somewhere in my base. Alright, and then here's the workstation or the workshop. Plenty of storage for all the things they need to do all their crafting and whatnot. Plenty of little pockets of coal storage here and there everywhere, so they can do what they need to do. Let's go up one more level and just again more bedrooms. Oh, here's our apothecary bench where we can now produce advanced healing kits. We got a rockin' oh, where is he? Wilhelm, I believe. Yeah, Wilhelm is our go-to medic, our medicine man, and look at that, up to 42, man. He's a beast. He yeah, he'll stitch you right up. Stitch you right up. A couple more temples over here, and yeah, just bedrooms and storage and furnaces and things like that. And if you're just joining me for the first time, you haven't watched any of my playthrough series, bring your furnaces and your kilns indoors. No need to have them outdoors unless you want to. I mean, if that just looks aesthetically pleasing for your base layout, then yeah, by all means have them outdoors. But bring them into your base, and then all you need to do is bang out one wall section. Now I did 2 wall sections just to keep symmetry looking good. But yeah, just bust out one wall section, and then the game's gonna think this is outdoors. See, I do not have any room icon over here. You know, I can highlight all this stuff, and yeah, it thinks it's outside. So that's pretty cool. And here up here I got kilns and other you know, smokehouse, and yeah, more heat producing workstations. And again, I just busted out a couple wall sections, and the game thinks this is outdoors. So yeah, do that. It will yeah, I think it's a good idea to bring them indoors. So everything's close to your villagers or your settlers, and they don't have to run all around the map. Save some time. Efficiency, man. That's what it's all about. These colony sims and all that stuff, it's all about efficiency. Alright, so yeah, that finishes the top floor, I believe. I don't think I have anything else to show up here. Yeah, and then yeah, got our these things. Yeah, pyres and stuff. Burn enemies. Some of these I wish you could set them, you could lock them to where they never turn off or never turn on, or you set them however you want. But yeah, is in the springtime when I turn everybody's braziers off, these go off, and then I have to go up here and turn them back on manually one at a time. I like the way that they look, and when they're all lit up like that, yeah, it looks. I think it looks pretty cool, actually. Come on, get on there. Let's click on that. A little hard to click some of these with so many villagers standing around idle. But yeah, there's really not much for them to do. I'll just let them do their thing and enjoy as much time off as that they would like to have. Yep. Yeah, kind of did a little bit more with the defensive traps and whatnot. Got a few more laying around. Oh, here's something interesting that during one of the Trebuchet raids, and I think I even caught it on camera, but didn't notice it until much later. I used to have a bunch of stick traps over here as well, and the Trebuchet targets these traps and destroyed them, and you can see the ground's kind of broken up a little bit right here from the impacts. Pretty neat, I thought. Kind of cool. So that might be an idea for some people that, you know, if you're thinking, man, I need like other targets for trebuchets to aim at, you know, maybe just sticking some stick traps out there. The only disadvantage to stick traps is, or any of these traps, is the wildlife in the game. You know, the wolves and deer and rabbit can run over these and trigger them, and sometimes it kills them. More often than not, it just triggers it, and the animals run off. But then your settlers are running back and forth, always resetting these traps. That would be the other disadvantage, I would think, of using traps as a deterrent. Another idea might be just build a bunch of little wall sections out there. I don't know, possible. Let's take a look at the fencing that I put up. Put some fencing up around a little birch tree forest, and showed this in the last episode with the stones around the little crop field. And then I put some fencing around this mine here, all the way around the top here. Not that my settlers are dumb enough to fall in there. Actually, they are. Yeah. If anybody's characters could fall into to this mine, it'd be mine. Mine would do it. Indeedy do. Yeah, this was so fun to build. So much fun. Oh, one other thing I'm gonna show you, and I'm just kind of waiting for if this is gonna happen. But look how old this dude is. He's 72 years old, and I think Sylvester's 71. I got a bunch of people like in their 60s, like that. The Ismay, yeah, Ismay, 68, 62 there. I got some old dudes and old people, I should call them dudes. There's some chicks in there as well that are like super old. Some able bodies in there, some folks in their 20s and 30s still. But holy crap, man, how long can they live? I mean, I don't know if the life expectancy in the 1300s was in the 70s, especially right after the Black Plague. Yeah, I'm not sure when they're gonna die. Yep. Oh yeah, built a little sidewalk out here to my my waste pile. Oh, and another thing, this old coal mine down here got stripped. It's completely bare now, and there's not much coal left on the map. I have looked everywhere for coal, and other than like a few little pockets, like let me scroll up here. Like here's a couple pieces of coal right there, and it does go down a little bit more. There's a little bit of coal here. There are a couple nuggets like around here, around my base, but I don't want to dig around my base. Everywhere else on the map, not a lot of coal available anymore. And like, there's a little nugget right there. I mean, I could, couple little pieces right there. Now here's a little trick that if you want to know what's underground, if you bring up your little mining tool and scroll down, and then you can see that there's like little lines in the area that hasn't been dug yet. So you can, like, let me try to find something else on the map. Like, okay, like you're scrolling around here, everything looks the same except right there. I'll zoom in on it. You can kind of see the different patterns and everything. And it's zooming back out, a little bit harder to see, but it's visible. You can see it. So if you bring up your mining icon or your mining tool and then just hover over it, you can tell what it is. You know, it will tell you what it is: limestone, iron, nuggets, whatever. Well, I saw a little bit of, I think I saw something. There's a little coal nugget right there. But it's only two. There's two coal nuggets there, maybe a third or something like that in there. So using this little tool and this little trick here, you can make a decision. Is it worth digging right there? Should I go ahead and start my mine right here or not? Depends on what you're looking for. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I don't know what else to go over. Oh, ignore this right here. This is just an experiment for possibly the next season. Nope, can't look at that. Can't look at that. Nope, no spoilers. You're going to have to subscribe to tune in for season 3 coming soon to my channel near you. Yeah, mushrooms. Grab those mushrooms. Mushrooms. Well, alright folks, I'm going to wrap it up. It's going to be a short episode, and yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope it's been fun. Hope you've learned some stuff, got some ideas for your base. If so, maybe think about hitting that subscribe button. I promise I do offer a 100% money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied with your subscription. So subscribe now. Yeah, and that's going to do it. So I thank you for joining me. Have a super great day. I hope I get to see you again soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.